Hey you guys, welcome back to my obsession. This is Stella, and right here I have the Petrified Fish PF939. It is a D2 blade. There's the part number as well, and micarta handles. I love this color combination. If it didn't work so well with that black blade, I wouldn't have got it. But I'll tell you what, I think it's pretty attractive. Let me know if you agree. I love that it has a couple forms of deployment. It has the flipper tab and a fuller, which I'm working on, but yeah, there we go. But either way, it deploys pretty easily. You can fail it if you try, but I don't usually try to fail my knives unless I'm trying to prove something. This one came on bearings, and so far they're just a little stiff, I guess you could say. But that'll work in, and I usually take my new knives apart eventually and clean them up and grease them up, or I should say lube them up and put them all back together. So, haha, sorry about that. I figured I would pause it while my dog went crazy because there's another dog outside. Okay, so I have some measurements for you. It is 8.5 inches long, 3.4 inch cutting edge with a 4-inch blade though in total. 4 and 3/4 of an inch of a handle, and just under a 1/2 inch thickness. And at the widest part of the handle here, it's 1 inch exactly. The pocket clip is deep carry. It is inset to the micarta handles, but it does have dome screws. The jimping on the flipper tab is perfect. I love to see at least 3 jimps there, and they scored with that one. This is a very effective pocket clip. It goes in and out of the pocket super easy. It's just extremely functional. It's got great tension. It's not hard at all to put it in and out of the pocket. So also, the amount of space this takes up in your pocket, you would think would be more, because this thickness right here, reminds me of something worse than a Spyderco. However, if you see how this is curved, it kind of pushes if you're a right hand carry, it pushes the blade into the corner of your pocket. So it's still just like having a regular blade in your pants. So it really doesn't take up that much more room. The back spacer is also micarta. But this blade is just pretty. The fuller, I'm sorry, the choil, they did very well. I love how they utilized the back of the flipper tab and just a little cutout on the blade to use as the choil, so that there's not a big huge thing a big huge circle in the blade. Not that that bothers me, because on some blades it actually looks good and it usually provides much better ergos. But if you see this sharpening choil here, they did that very well as well. There's like a hard drop. You can see it's clearly defined there where the sharpening choil ends. They left you a lot of blade to get through. So this, if you take care of it, keep it clean, it can be a hard use knife, but this thing will last you years. One more thing I wanted to do is I wanted to weigh this to see how much it weighs. So we're gonna do ounces, and let's see how much it weighs. 4.23 ounces. So not too bad. I'm not one of those people that believes it necessarily has to be an ounce, an inch, or no more. I don't mind heavy knives. I don't like carrying around swords or anything, but if a knife, I have a knife that weighs about 8 ounces that I love carrying. It's actually an artisan osprey. And that thing, it's got brass handles. That thing is ridiculous. It's like almost 9 ounces, but it doesn't bother me one bit. Unless, I guess, if you're wearing ball shorts, then yeah, you're probably gonna feel it. But this guy here, it's a pretty good carry. Um, Back on the ergos, the contouring that they did with these scales is it's fantastic. Because what they did was just mill in a little line right here, a little relief type thing, and then another one right there. And what happens is this goes in your palm perfectly. And I mean, there's no jimping on the spine. I forgot to mention that, but you don't really need it because the upswept blade kind of presses into your thumb, so you get the pressure you need for a push cut or whatever you would be using it for. The pocket clip, I could see creating a hot spot for someone with large hands, but with using this forward finger choil there, that could help relieve some of that. Because what it is this part will hit your palm, and if you have large hands and you're using it, I could see that pressing and just giving you a hot spot, giving you a little divot in your hand by the end of the day. But as far as medium hands, which I have large female hands, or you could say medium male hands. Um, this is perfect. It sits in your hand perfectly. You do not feel that hot spot from that at all, at all. So, I what is contributing to the lack of weight factor, because I think this knife actually looks heavier than what it is, but they skeletonized the liners, and yeah, I think they did a very, very good job with that. The lockup looks like about 40%, which is perfect. I think anything over 25, 30 is perfect. Let's see. The pivot is a T8. The body screws are T6s, and as well as the pocket screw, the pocket clip screws. But this little guy here, I'm very impressed. Petrified Fish. I can't wait until I break in that detent a little more, which actually I didn't mention. The detent is perfect for a flipper tab. I don't know, I may have mentioned that. But anyway, you have a ceramic detent ball, which actually, it's pretty early. Once you disengage the blade, it's pretty early, so you can just close your blade. Yeah, but this thing has great action. I definitely suggest, I would definitely recommend getting this. If you want to try a Petrified Fish product, this right here is a good start. They do have some other variants. You don't necessarily have to get the DLC coated blade, but it is one of the options. And I do believe they have some with G10 scales as well. When I ordered this, they didn't have much to choose from, and I thought that this color combination worked, so I just ordered this one because I didn't want to wait for the one that I really wanted to come in. But I'm glad I got it. I have zero regrets. This thing is beautiful. So anyway, thank you for watching. See you soon.